It's day 111. 111. 111. And it's going to be a day to remember. I got the call at 2:15 this morning to say that my mum had passed away. And that is pretty much how I've been all day. I'm trying desperately to process things, but there just seems to be nothing at the moment. I know when my dad passed away, it was very similar in that I kind of went into autopilot, and it wasn't until probably about 3 months later that I actually, everything hit me. So I do have some element of comparison, and I guess this that I'm experiencing now is how I'm coping. I haven't obviously slept from when I woke up this morning, and I have been kind of laid thinking, oh, I'm not going to do a journal post, or I'll just come on and kind of like leave a reminder of the day, maybe talk about how I'm feeling, but I'm not going to do everything else, and that's not what this journal's about. I've realized that this journal isn't just a way for me to record where my experiences, my life, my growth, my journal, people say so much can change in a year, and I want to be able to look back on this and kind of be able to say that I stayed consistent, which is one of the things that I've always allowed life events to kind of disrupt and knock me off path. So instead of, and I did reschedule my driving lesson for this evening purely because I hadn't slept, and I knew when it got to probably about 10 o'clock, and I just thought, and I ended up getting dressed and going out, and just kind of like having a walk around and just getting some fresh air. The sun was shining beautifully today. It was an absolutely beautiful day, and it's a full moon tonight, and it's day 111 of my journal. I did actually, I said, when my dad, it's crazy, when my dad passed away, the first thing when my mum came up, the first thing I did on the day that I found out, wasn't the day he passed away, but it was the day I found out. I was living in Blackpool at the time, and my mum and my sister, my brother-in-law and my two nephews came up and kind of like told me face to face, and I ended up, my mum was like, we'll do whatever you want. I was like, I want a tattoo. And I remember we went in Blackpool, there's loads of tattoo places then, back in 2004, early 2000s, there was loads of like lick and stick tattoo parlours. So I went in, and I had a tattoo on my foot, and it's the the Chinese symbol for spirit, because I wanted it done on the day to remember my dad, so that his spirit is with me with every step I take. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a tattoo, and then I was like, no, I'm not. And then I was like, I need to do something. So I went and visited my my buddy at the tattoo parlor just down the road, who done all my piercings, and I was like, Joe, I need some more. I need some therapeutic pain. So yeah, I've had another 2 little piercings done in my lobe, and I was, it's funny, I was thinking about what would maybe getting a commemorative tattoo for my mum, similar to the one that I've got for my dad. And then something hit me. So I have a tattoo booked for Friday the 13th next year, and the design of it is the Roman numerals 13. And she also had another flash piece, which was a match that had blown out and it had smoke coming off it. And I asked if she could integrate the 2 designs and turn, so you've got the X111 in, or XIII, as the Roman numerals. And I was like, instead of the 3rd Roman numeral, could you do the burnt bit of the match, because it's in quite a like sort of Halloween, like it's Friday the 13th, it's kind of a quite spooky, the numerical numbers are quite like, they've got little spider web and they look quite spooky, and this match is quite sort of like quite a spooky design. So I was like, can you turn the burnt bit of the match into the last number 1? And I thought to myself, today is day 111. The numerical Roman numerals for 13 is XIII, and the 111, it looks like 111. And then the last number being a match that's been blown out. And I was like, it's perfect. It's symbolized, and especially with finding that matchbook from my mum's wine bar and sending that to her, and she received it, and my stepdad said she cried when she saw it. So to have that matchbook, and in my mind now, this design that I've got on Friday the 13th next month, the cross I symbolize as, I'm not taking any more stuff stops. Like, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do anymore. And then the 111 with the match blown out is, it's almost like life being extinguished. And it just hit me that, shit, that design I've chosen is my mum's memorial piece. That's fucked up. And also, when I went to when I was looking at the piercings, I was like, I'm going to go on their website and see if there's a price list, and if there's if there's a sign to telling me that I need to get it done. And when I went on Instagram to look, it has like suggested people, and the first box was another tattoo artist, and their studio was Vive Studios, and underneath it had the lady whose account it was, and her name was Genevieve, and that was my mum's name. So I was like, yeah, that's it. So I screenshot it, circled it, sent it to my best mate. I was like, holy fuck, look at this. I went on the page to see if there was a sign to get me to go and get a piercing. I said, look at what I've circled. That's my mum's name. And he literally just sent back, Stacey, have you seen the name of the person next to it? And I was like, no. And I pulled the picture up again, and because there was like 3 like suggested people, and I looked at the next person, and the next person was called Emmy, which is what I've called my car. And I was like, holy fuck. So I have 2 new piercings. I'm doing whatever I need to do to get through this. like I said, I don't feel like the magnitude of what's happened has hit me yet. It didn't with my dad for, like I said, 3 months. Thankfully, that gave me the strength to kind of do everything I needed to do to sort his affairs. Obviously, my stepdad, I've messaged him this morning and kind of said, if you need anything, let me know. Obviously, I haven't heard anything, but I'm guessing he'll get in touch if there's anything I need to do. So I am going to honour myself and my mum's memory by continuing this journey, because the growth and the direction that it has me in, I don't think my mum would want me to stop. Like I said, I really torn about cancelling my lesson, because I was just like, oh, it's going to be 2 weeks until the next one, and then I'm squeezing more lessons in between now and my test, and then I was just like, it's not the right time to do it, and I'm going to go for a drive. Me and my friend are going for a drive tomorrow and possibly on Sunday. So hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit of practice in this week, because I am determined more than ever to do this. And as upsetting as it is to know that she's never gonna see this, she's never gonna see me reach the things that I've dreamed of, I'm not gonna stop. So I'm gonna stick to everything that I've done. I have a quote today which I do want to read, because I think it is quite fitting, and it is, screen's gone off. Live each day with an open heart and a free spirit. Embrace the beauty of the present moment, savouring every experience and connection. Let go of worries about the future and regrets from the past. Dance in the rain, laugh with friends, and cherish the simple joys in life. Remember that every moment is precious, so make the most of it with love and gratitude. Your journey is a gift, and living fully in each moment is the key to true happiness. Enjoy the ride and treasure each day as if there's no tomorrow. I guess my learning in that is that I will carry on, because, as I've said before, just because someone's physical flesh and bones are gone doesn't mean that person's gone. That energy has just been reabsorbed into something else. So my lesson is to treasure each day like there's no tomorrow. So as difficult as everything is to comprehend at the moment, I'm going to keep going. I'm happy that Mark said she went peacefully, which was one of the things I was worried about with her being on oxygen and struggling with breathing and things like that. But Mark said it was very peaceful, so I'm happy that was my gratitude is for the existence that my mum and dad graced me with. And that I will carry on and make both of them proud. Stacey, I love you. It's just you against the world now, girl. Which, to be honest, it's been for quite a lot of your life. Well, for most of it. But you know, energy cannot be created or destroyed. That energy surrounds you every day. Use that to power you through days, weeks, months, years, the rest of your existence in this vessel, until it is time for your energy to be re-evaporated into something else. Live with grace and compassion and love and kindness and empathy and understanding and openness. Stay strong. Be brave. You got this. I'm proud of you. Go show that world exactly what you're made of. And like you've said before, you're going to crumble. That's inevitable. But you're always going to pick those pieces back up and mold them back into another little cookie. And you're just going to keep going. And every time you mold yourself back, mold yourself into someone better, stronger, with all the good qualities that a good human needs. And that's it. So, yeah, I hope. I'm sure my dad and Yogi and all the... It's quite funny in that I've lost more pets than people. It's been tough. My first experience of a loss was my dad. And then I lost one of my friends a few years back, who she's been very much in the forefront of my mind on a few occasions when I've wanted to give up. And I wish I'd kind of seen the signs more in her to be able to help, but I have to I can't take that guilt on. I have to understand that everyone's journey is their journey. And then, yeah, this is probably only the third person significant loss of someone really close to me. I lost my neighbour who lives next door. He passed away not long ago. But that was just you know, a friend, neighbour, but real significant loss, I think, to have it be both your parents and a really good friend is tough. You kind of almost expect, you know, generational people, like, but I've never had grandparents, or I mean, I have them. I've never known my grandparents. You know, I've not seen any of my uncles or aunts since I was in, you know, God, single digits almost. So it's Yeah, no one's got a free ticket out of it. This is inevitable for everyone. So I'm gonna use this to power me to live to the fullest. So Dad, show Mum around. And if you have anyone in your life that you love, just give them an extra tight hug tonight and tell them how you feel. Tell them that you love them and what they mean to you. I love you.